Taoiseach, I presume you are aware that SIPO decided on a 3-2 majority that it would not further investigate my complaint about the Taoiseach, then Taoiseach's leaking of the GP contract to his political supporter, Matthew O'Toole. I want to focus here on the reasoning set out by SIPO. In the concluding paragraph 6.4, it says, "The Commission carefully considered its legal advice and all the evidence before it, including the acceptance by the respondent that he did disclose the agreement, but that it was done pursuant to the functions of the Office of the Taoiseach and in furtherance of the policy goals of the Government. In such circumstances, where the Commission is of the view that it has no role and/or remit to consider either the lawfulness of the action or the extent of the powers of the Office of Taoiseach, it is the opinion of the Commission that evidence sufficient to sustain a complaint is not and will not be available, even in circumstances where the disclosure of the agreement is not in dispute." Effectively, the Taoiseach, then Taoiseach, used the Nixon defence or the Trump defence. I did it, I leaked the contract, I broke the ethics legislation, I breached the codes of conduct, but I did it as Taoiseach, I did it in pursuance of the policy of the Government, and therefore it's okay. And SIPO has accepted that. It says, okay, he's said that defence. It doesn't go into whether it's true or not. They don't make a judgment about whether he did it in pursuance of the policy goals of the Government or not. Once he raises that defence, that's it. We can't look into it any further. Does the Taoiseach agree that there is a problem there, and it creates a very troublesome precedent for the future, whereby the next Taoiseach, who just happens to be the person who was complained about here, or a future Taoiseach again, will be able to blatantly breach ethics legislation and stop any investigation by simply saying I did it as Taoiseach?
Deputy Murphy raised the issue of the SIPO decision. Like SIPO have decided, it's a body that's independent of the Oireachtas. I worry at times that if the decision doesn't go a person's way, that somehow has to be reinterrogated and it has to be wrong because it doesn't agree with your position. I mean, there has to be, and I know every decision can be subject to subjective analysis, as it has been in this case. You have a perspective on it, but I think there's whether one likes it or one doesn't like it, from your perspective, the decision has been taken by an independent body that's independent of the Oireachtas, and we should respect that decision. There already has been an investigation which went the whole way to the DPP, and you know the decision of that. There was no case to proceed with, and in my view, SIPO should be allowed to continue to act independently of the Oireachtas in respect of all its duties and in terms of the decisions. And there is a danger of indirect pressures being put on SIPO to get the right result. From your perspective, by raising it in the manner that you've raised it, you raised the spectre of we don't like that result, surely it's wrong, it should be changed. And that would be a concern of mine. No, I'm just saying I would make that point. We have to we create independent bodies, and there comes a stage when they make decisions, they adjudicate, and we just have to get on with it.